Hey everyone, we're diving into something pretty interesting today. A listener showed a video by a shaman named Jon Rasmussen about clearing negative energies.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that guy.
Yeah, he has some unique ideas, and we're going to try to unpack some of his techniques.
See if there's any practical wisdom we can glean.
Exactly. And maybe even uncover a few aha moments along the way. Sound good?
Definitely. A lot of folks are searching for ways to feel safe, protected, especially from unseen forces, which is a lot of what Rasmussen talks about.
Right, he dives right into this idea of energy chords,
Mm.
connections we make with people, even thoughts and events, which he says feed info into our nervous system.
Interesting.
Yeah, and he specifically links these chords to the third chakra. Now, I've heard of chakras before, but I'd love to get your take on them.
Oh, yeah. Chakras come from these ancient Indian traditions.
Okay.
They're considered energy centers in the body, each one associated with different aspects of our well-being,
Ah,
physical, emotional, spiritual.
I see. Okay.
So the third chakra, it's usually called the solar plexus chakra.
Okay.
It's right in the abdomen, and it's generally associated with personal power, willpower, self-esteem,
Okay. Interesting.
which connects back to what Rasmussen's saying about the energy cords.
Oh, wow. So Rasmussen believes these energy chords can get clogged
Hmm.
with, let's say, bad vibes.
Hmm.
And his solution is what he calls the kahuna break.
Okay.
He actually demonstrates this in the video. It's quite visual.
Well,
He's rubbing his hands together over his third chakra,
uh-huh.
making these outward pushing motions like he's squeezing something out.
So visualizing something, maybe?
Right, and then this sharp cutting motion, it's a whole thing.
Well, I mean, there's no scientific evidence to support any of those energy cords or anything, but
Sure.
the physical movements themselves of the kahuna break,
Uh-huh.
they could be a symbolic way of releasing negative attachments, emotions.
Okay.
Kind of reminds me of writing down your worries and burning the paper.
Oh, yeah.
The ritual itself can be empowering just by doing it.
Right. Taking action to break free. And Rasmussen doesn't stop there. He suggests all kinds of cleansing techniques. Some are pretty common, like smudging with sage.
Yeah, lots of spiritual traditions use sage. Indigenous peoples in North America have used it for centuries
Right.
to purify and clear negative energy. They believe the smoke carries away bad thoughts, emotions. It's about cleansing and renewal.
Then he gets into some less common tools. Agua de Florida.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's this fragrant water, citrus, and floral scents used in a bunch of different traditions.
Mhm.
And Palo Santo wood, known for its cleansing, uplifting smoke. And then, here's where it gets a little unexpected. He mentions tobacco smoke
Oh, wow.
as a powerful cleanser.
Interesting.
Yeah, says it's used in certain cultures. He actually gets this funny look from his wife when he mentions it in the video.
Like she's not so into that one.
Yeah, pretty much. But moving on. Rasmussen isn't content with just cleansing. He's big on protection, too.
I mean, that makes sense.
Right. And he suggests calling on his A-team for that.
Oh, this should be good. Who's on this spiritual protection squad?
Well, it's a mix. Archangel Michael, Jesus, and Mary.
Wow, covering all the bases.
He says he's worked with all sorts of spiritual beings,
Hmm.
but seems to think these three are the ultimate powerhouses for protection.
Interesting. It's so fascinating how he blends figures from different religious backgrounds,
Like,
like Archangel Michael, warrior spirit, fighting evil. He's big in Abrahamic religions. Then you have Jesus and Mary. They're central to Christianity, obviously.
and he really seems to believe they're the best. He even ranks them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he says Jesus is the most powerful, the baddest, when it comes to dealing with negative entities.
Interesting. But it shows you how much people need to feel protected no matter what they believe.
Exactly. And he stresses that it's not just about asking for help. You got to be assertive about it.
Take charge.
Exactly. He uses this analogy of defending your home from an intruder.
Okay.
You don't just politely ask them to leave. You command them to go. 3 times, he says, with real conviction. Like you really mean it. And this leads into what I think is the most important point he makes. All this cleansing and protection is great,
Yeah,
but the biggest vulnerability comes from within.
that's deep. Tell me more.
He says it's our own self-doubt, self-judgment that lets negative energies in.
Oh, interesting.
It's like he compares it to these sorcerers waiting for someone to weaken,
Okay.
to doubt themselves. And then, bam, they exploit that weakness.
Like they're not even trying to break in, just waiting for the door to open.
Yeah. And he's not just talking in the abstract. He suggests a way to counter these internal forces. a daily water cleansing ritual for the chakras.
Water rituals are pretty common. Lots of cultures use them.
Right.
Water is associated with purification, renewal, even spiritual rebirth.
He shows the ritual in the video,
Mm.
standing under the shower,
Mm.
places his left hand behind his lower back where the second chakra is,
Okay.
then uses his right hand to spin water counterclockwise in front of each chakra. Visualizing it, rinsing them out, he even does the sub-chakras, additional points between the main chakras.
Wow, he's thorough.
And after rinsing, he spins the water clockwise to energize each point.
Wow. Adding that physical movement makes it very kinesthetic.
It does.
It reminds me of practices like Qigong or Tai Chi,
Oh, yeah.
using movements to direct energy in the body.
Right.
Even if you don't believe in chakras, that spinning could be a way to connect with your body and energy.
Yeah, it's like a mindful way to wash away negativity, both physically and energetically.
And it shows you're taking an active role, shaping your own energy.
So we've got energy chords, cleansing techniques, a spiritual A-team, and now this focus on inner strengths as the ultimate protection.
It's a whole system.
It is.
Yeah.
What I find interesting is he's connecting all these approaches, external rituals and the internal work.
Makes sense.
Like the techniques are helpful, but they work best when you really want inner transformation.
It's a good point. I wonder, though, is there a downside to focusing so much on negative energies?
That's a great question.
Some people think that worrying about them all the time actually makes them stronger.
It's like giving them more power just by thinking about them.
Exactly. Like that saying, what you resist persists.
So how do we find that balance? Acknowledging negativity without getting consumed by it.
I don't know. It's a good question.
Well, Rasmussen seems to say self-worth is key. He talks about the sorcerers waiting for us to weaken and doubt ourselves. But what if we don't give them that opportunity? What if we meet those challenges knowing we are strong and worthy?
That's a powerful approach. It's all about boundaries.
Right.
Being able to discern what you let into your space and what you keep out.
It's like building a shield around yourself, but not out of fear, out of self-love and respect.
I like that. It's not about pretending negativity doesn't exist. It's about choosing how you respond to it.
So instead of being a victor of circumstance or unseen forces,
You become empowered to shape your own reality
exactly, you become an active participant in your own energy field.
rather than just taking whatever comes your way.
This makes me think about those cleansing techniques again. Maybe they're not just about getting rid of negative energy, but also making space for positive energy to flow in.
I like that. Clearing the clutter to make room for something new and vibrant.
And that could be anything: creativity, inspiration, joy, connection, love.
All the things that make life worth living.
Exactly. It's about those energies that lift you up and empower you. And I think that's where his idea of a spiritual team comes in.
Right.
It's not just call on these figures for protection. It's about building a relationship with them, drawing strength and guidance.
And even if you don't connect with those specific figures, the idea is still powerful. We're not alone. There are forces of love and support out there. We just have to be open to them.
It's about tapping into that universal love and compassion that connects us all.
And when you connect to that source, you radiate more love and compassion outwards,
Like a ripple effect.
affecting your life and the world around you.
This reminds me of something I read about gratitude. It said that when you focus on what you're grateful for, you shift from lack to abundance.
That's so true. Gratitude is such a powerful practice.
Yeah.
It's about appreciating the good, even when things are tough.
Right.
And when you do that, you naturally attract more good things.
It's like tuning your energy to a higher frequency.
Exactly. And the higher your vibration, the less those lower vibrations affect you.
The fear, anger, resentment, it can't stick.
It just slides right off. Of
Yeah.
course, you'll still experience challenges and negative emotions.
Sure.
It's about developing the strength and resilience to navigate them.
With grace and wisdom.
That's what true spiritual protection is about.
Not shielding yourself from the world, but having the inner resources to face it.
I love that.
And those resources come from all sorts of places: meditation, gratitude, nature, connecting with loved ones, doing what you love.
It's about finding what nourishes your soul.
What helps you tap into your own inner strength.
And it's an ongoing journey. It's not like you reach a certain level and you're done.
Right? Life keeps throwing challenges your way.
So you have to keep cultivating those resources, building your resilience.
It's not about being invincible. It's about adapting, being resourceful, bouncing back.
That's much more empowering than just hiding from the world.
We have the inner strength to face whatever comes.
That's a powerful message for anyone.
Whether you believe in energy cords and sorcerers or not.
We all have that capacity for resilience, growth, transformation.
That's what makes us human. We're not static. We're always evolving and learning.
And that journey is what gives life meaning.
I love that. So what do you think? What tools and practices resonate with you on your journey? We'll explore these ideas more in the next part.
It's like he's saying, here's your toolbox, but the most important tool is already in you.
Yeah, like become your own shaman. Take ownership of your energy. Learn to protect and empower yourself.
I like that. And it brings us back to that point about focusing too much on negativity.
Right, could that backfire?
Yeah, if you're always worried about being attacked or drained,
Mm-hmm.
you might accidentally give those fears more power.
It's like what you resist persists, right?
Exactly. So then how do we walk that line? How do we acknowledge the negativity but not let it take over?
Well, Rasmussen seems to think self-worth is key.
Okay.
He talks about those source words just waiting for us to weaken, to start doubting ourselves.
Right.
But what if we don't? What if we just don't give them that opening? What if we face those challenges knowing we're strong and worthy?
That's a powerful stance. It's all about boundaries.
Right, what you let in and what you keep out?
Exactly. It's like building an energetic shield around yourself, not out of fear, but out of self-love and respect.
That's a great way to put it. So it's not about denying that negativity exists.
No.
It's more about how you choose to respond to it.
Right. You're not a victim of circumstance or unseen forces.
You have the power to shape your own reality,
Yes. You become an active participant.
not just letting things happen to you.
Exactly. You're in control.
It makes me think about the cleansing techniques again. Maybe it's not just about getting rid of the bad stuff,
Okay.
but also making space for the good stuff to flow in.
That's a good point. Clearing the clutter to make room for something better.
Creativity, inspiration, joy, connection, love.
The good stuff.
Right. And that's where I think his idea of a spiritual team comes in.
Oh, right. The A-team.
He's not just saying call on them for protection. He's talking about building a relationship, drawing strength and guidance.
It's a different perspective. Even if you don't connect with those specific figures, the principle is powerful. We're not alone in this. There's love and support out there.
If we're open to it.
Exactly. It's about tapping into that universal energy, the love and compassion that connects everyone.
And when you do that, you send it back out.
Like a ripple effect.
Yeah. It affects you and everyone around you. It reminds me of something I read about gratitude.
Oh, interesting.
It said that focusing on what you're grateful for shifts your energy from a place of lack to a place of abundance.
It's so true. Gratitude is so powerful.
Right.
It's about appreciating what you have, even when things are tough.
And that attracts more good things to be grateful for.
Exactly. It's like you're raising your energetic frequency.
Tuning into a higher vibration.
And when your vibration is high, the low stuff can't touch you.
The fear, the anger, it just can't stick.
It slides right off. Now, that doesn't mean you'll never feel negative emotions.
Of course not.
Life happens, but you'll have the strength and resilience to handle it.
With grace and wisdom.
That's what real spiritual protection means.
Not hiding, but having the inner strength to face anything.
I like that. It's empowering.
Those inner resources, they come from a lot of places. Meditation, gratitude, nature, connecting with people you love, doing what you're passionate about.
It's all about nourishing your soul.
Tapping into your own strength.
And it's not a one-time thing. It's a journey.
Right, you have to keep at it.
Life throws curveballs. You got to build your resilience.
So it's not about being invincible. It's about adapting, bouncing back.
Being resourceful. That's much better than hiding.
Knowing you have the strength to face whatever comes.
That's a message everyone needs to hear.
It doesn't matter if you believe in energy cords or sorcerers.
We all have that ability to be resilient, to grow, to transform.
That's what makes us human. Always changing, learning.
And that journey, that's what makes life meaningful.
I love that. So what about you? What tools and practices resonate with you on your journey? Let's dive into that in our final segment.
That water cleansing ritual, it really stuck with me.
Oh, yeah.
There's just something so simple but powerful.
Water, yeah. It's like we instinctively get it.
Uh-huh.
It's purifying. All these cultures use water for cleansing, for renewal, for like spiritual rebirth.
It makes sense.
Think about baptism.
Yeah.
Or even just a shower after a long day, washing away stress and grime.
It's true.
Not just physically, energetically too.
And Rasmussen, he doesn't just stand there, you know?
Right.
He's moving, spinning the water around each chakra, like he's shaping his energy field. Intentional, yeah. You're not just passively receiving energy.
Wow.
You're actively molding it. And that movement,
Spinning.
yeah, it can be really grounding. It's like a meditation in motion, bringing you back into your body.
Makes me think of those practices like Qigong, Tai Chi,
Yeah, yeah.
even if you don't buy into the whole chakra thing.
The movements themselves,
Yeah.
they can have a huge impact.
Because we're not just minds floating around.
Right.
We're in these bodies.
Embodied, yeah. You can move, you can flow, you can interact with the world.
And that connection to your body, it's so important.
It's the basis of your energy.
Yeah.
If you're disconnected from your body, you're going to feel scattered, ungrounded.
We're vulnerable.
Yeah, like you're missing a piece of your armor.
Exactly. Which brings us back to Rasmussen's point about inner strength.
It all comes back to that.
Not just protecting yourself from the outside,
Yeah.
but having the resources to deal with anything life throws at you.
And those resources, they can come from so many places.
Right? Meditation, gratitude, being in nature.
Spending time with people you love, doing things you're passionate about.
It's about finding what works for you.
What nourishes your soul.
Yeah.
Helps you tap into your own strength.
And it's not a one and done kind of thing.
Oh, no, it's a journey.
It's ongoing.
You reach one level, life throws another challenge at you.
So you have to keep growing.
Keep building that resilience. It's not about being invincible.
Right.
It's about learning to adapt, to bounce back.
To be resourceful.
Much better than just trying to hide from the world.
Knowing you can handle it.
That's a powerful message for everyone.
Doesn't matter if you believe in all the specifics.
We all have that ability to be resilient, to grow, to change.
It's part of being human. Always evolving, always learning.
And that's what makes life so amazing, so meaningful.
Absolutely. So as we wrap up this deep dive into Rasmussen's ideas, I hope you're feeling empowered.
Take those tools.
Remember, you have the power to create your own reality.
You choose your thoughts, your beliefs, your experience.
And that's pretty incredible, isn't it?